Now, what we will do is we will form a table as we did for the previous cases and try to see what is the voltage across valve 1, what is the voltage across the DC terminals. So, I need to consider all the sub intervals and in each cycle there are 6 intervals and in each interval there are 2 sub intervals. So, there are 12 sub intervals in one cycle. So, I have to consider all the sub intervals. The first sub interval is always starting at alpha. So, omega OT between alpha and alpha plus u minus 60 degrees. The second sub interval is alpha plus u minus 60 degrees to alpha plus 60 degrees, alpha plus 60 to alpha plus u. The third sub interval stops at alpha plus u. See how to get that? Go 2 steps backward, add 60 degrees, that is all. See, once you know what is the first sub interval and the second sub interval, once you know first sub interval, you know the second sub interval. The end of the second sub interval is the beginning of the first sub interval plus 60 degrees. Okay. So, if you want to just write any row, go back 2 steps backward and add 60, that is all. So, alpha plus u to alpha plus 120, alpha plus 120 to alpha plus u plus 60 degrees, alpha plus u plus 60 degrees to alpha plus 180, alpha plus 180 degrees to alpha plus u plus 120 degrees, alpha plus u plus 120 degrees to alpha plus 240 degrees, alpha plus 240 degrees to alpha plus u plus 180 degrees, alpha plus u plus 180 degrees to alpha plus 300 degrees, alpha plus 300 degrees to alpha plus u plus 240 degrees, alpha plus u plus 240 degrees to alpha plus 360 degrees. So, that completes one cycle. So, if I look at the valves that conduct, in each subinterval. So, how many valves conduct in the first subinterval? 4 valves, 6, 1, 2, 3. At the end of first subinterval, 6 stops conducting. So, the valves that conduct in the second subinterval are 1, 2, 3. So, again in the third subinterval 6 valves conduct, 4 valves conduct, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 2, 3, 4, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 1, 5, 6, 1, 5, 6, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, and then the cycle repeats. If I look at the DC side instantaneous voltage Vd, now it is easy to say what is the expression for Vd whenever 4 valves conduct. So, whenever 4 valves conduct, it means there are only 3 legs, at least in one leg both valves conduct. So, Vd is 0. So, whenever 4 valves are conducting on all these subintervals, it is 0. Now, in the second subinterval, valves 1, 2 and 3 conduct. What is Vd? Yeah, we have derived this for 2 and 3 valve conduction mode. So, the expression for Vd is just dependent on which valves are conducting, that is all. So, it is minus 3 by 2 Ec. So, we have derived this is 3 by 2 Eb minus 3 by 2 Ea, 3 by 2 Ec minus 3 by 2 Eb and 3 by 2 Ea. So, if I look at voltage across valve 1, so what is voltage across valve 1 in the first subinterval? Sorry, 0. See, whenever valve 1 is conducting, it is 0. So, in the first subinterval, valve 1 is conducting. So, it is not just first subinterval, in all the subintervals where valve 1 is conducting, it is 0. Second subinterval, valve 1 is conducting. Third subinterval, valve 1 is conducting. So, I will just fill the rows where valve 1 is conducting. Okay. What about the subinterval in which valves 2, 3 and 4 are conducting? It is equal to, we showed that it is equal to minus Vd. So, that means this is minus 3 by 2 Eb. We also have the result for the subinterval when valves 3, 4 and 5 are conducting. It is equal to minus Vd. So, this is 3 by 2 Ea. And we also have the result. See, this is from the previous table, that is all. So, when 4, 5 and 6 are conducting, voltage across valve 1 is minus Vd. So, this is minus 3 by 2 Ec. Okay. Now, let us come to the case where valves 2, 3, 4 and 5 are conducting. What is the voltage across valve 1 when valves 2, 3, 4 and 5 are conducting? 2 and 5. Yeah, when 2 and 5, I mean the DC side voltage is 0. I mean what about voltage across valve 1? Vd is 0, of course, Vd is 0. The question is, what is the voltage across valve 1? Yeah, if it is 0, why it is 0? Huh? Yeah, 4. 4 is conducting. See, valves 1, 4, 5 and 2 form a loop. See, you see that valves 1, 4, 5 and 2 form a loop. So, when valves 4, 2 and 5 are conducting, 4, 2 and 5 are conducting, then what is the voltage across valve 1? It is 0. Kirchhoff's voltage law, nothing more than that. Okay. So, the point is, you look at the loop consisting of valves 1, 4, 2 and 5. So, when 3 of the 4 valves conduct, the voltage across the other valve should be 0. So, this is 0. Okay. Then, when 3, 4, 5 and 6 conduct, same. Now, look at the loop consisting of the valves 1, 3, 6 and 4. So, 3, 6 and 4 are conducting. So, by Kirchhoff's voltage law, voltage across valve 1 is 0. Okay. So, I will stop here.